fire, allowed them to get a quad, won them the pistol round. Okay, so then they get eco'd, but it was 9-1, and they didn't take another pistol round, another win round, a buy round, until they smoked off that pit again and shut down that crossfire between Edward and Guardian. So when they started to execute things tactically, that's when Fnatic came alive. The pick strategy wasn't working, Na'Vi were beating them in 1v1s.
Yeah, absolutely. They almost let him fall into the gameplay that Fnatic wanted to be playing. You know, they were allowed to, you know, they traded very well early, and most in those first, you know, 9 gun rounds where they lost.
The strategy wasn't working.
They were getting the entry frags. They were working their strategy. They were trying to. They just couldn't execute. You know, they almost let him fall into the gameplay that Fnatic wanted to be playing. You know, as you said, absolutely. They traded very well early, and most in those first 9 gun rounds where they lost.
The strategy wasn't working.
I guess we've got a little clip of the teams like doing their own strategy jobs. Each team's looking to roll out for us. Kind of, in between having their next team meeting well.
That's incredible. We're actually following them outside now.
It's amazing. I guess we've got a little clip
They don't even get a break.
And again, you can see from both teams, you know, obviously it was a close enough match that kind of, you know, screaming at each other. They obviously both teams smiles going on.
Neither of these teams are those kind of people. We saw it at the start of this game. They were both laughing. They don't even get a break. Having fun, both sets of teams. Fnatic are going to be super calm. They've got Devil Walker as the host, and arming his team stands behind them. He's never going to have smiles going away. Neither of these teams are those kind of people. We saw it at the start of this game. They were both laughing. They don't even get a break. Having fun, both sets of teams. Fnatic are going to be super calm. They've got Devil Walker and Guardian, and arming his team stands behind them. They're not going to get upset. They're not going to get stressed. Neither of these teams are those kind of people. They can be a lot like this. They can not going to face. I mean, even in this situation, you're going to be super calm. They remember your team, Guardian, especially with Isaac. They're not going to get upset. They're not going to be stressed. Neither of these teams are those kind of people. They can be a lot like this. They're not going to face. I mean, even in this situation, you're going to be super calm. They remember your team, Guardian, especially with Isaac. They're not going to get upset. They're not going to be stressed. Neither of these teams are those kind of people. They can be a lot like this. They're not going to face. I mean, even in this situation, you're going to be super calm. They remember your team, Guardian, especially with Isaac. They're not going to get upset. They're not going to be stressed. Neither of these teams are those kind of people. They can be a lot like this. They're not going to face. I mean, even in this situation, you're going to be super calm. They remember your team, Guardian, especially with Isaac. They're not going to get upset. They're not going to be stressed. Neither of these teams are those kind of people.
As you can see, this is now
I'm really excited about this, especially this match. It's going to be so I think it's going to be really exciting.
as you can see,
Definitely fighting out. I'm really excited about this, especially this match. It's going to be so they play off Guardian's picks it, and I just wonder who's going to step up, because we saw in Inferno, JW, who's meant to be the star player, he missed so many shots and got bailed out by like Olaf M and Krim so many times.
Absolutely, yeah. And you know, the thing about Dust 2 is, you know, both teams I'm sure will be happy about the map, you know. Na'Vi more so than Fnatic, I'm sure. Fnatic don't want to play Nuke. I know that. They don't want to play Nuke. They don't like Nuke. So they want to win this one. And I'm sure, you know, they're not disappointed with the map selection. They know, you know, what to expect from Na'Vi. They've both done their homework. You could see it in that Inferno game. They both knew what to expect. A fantastic CT pistol from Fnatic on CT. So, you know, or booking, if you will. So they've done their homework. They know what to expect from one another. It's just about getting on the stage and just, you know, feeling it, you know, working for your teammates, working for the crowd.
And that being said, we're ready. So we're going to see Nuke, or we're not going to see Nuke based on Dust 2. Once again, Anders and Semler, take it away, friends.
All right, thank you, Scoots. We are about to get into the second map. Excellent time, and this is going to be a crucial map. As was said throughout that breakthrough on the analyst desk, excuse me. As was said there, this is the map that Fnatic want to just come in on, make the statement, get that 2-0 clean finish, because they are a little shaky on Nuke, but if Na'Vi manage to take this back, I mean, it's all over the place, really. This is going to come down to a 2-0 win here for Fnatic, I think.
You could be right. That was also part of the prediction going on the analyst desk. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Again, I think Na'Vi are slightly favored on this map, but it is so slightly that, you know, this is the problem. If you're talking like 45 to 55% ratio, you know, that only really matters if you're playing 100 games in a row. Yeah, then you'll win 55 of them. Great. But if you're playing just the one right here, that's not going to really make that big of a difference. So I do think there's a good chance that Na'Vi could end up going home here.
Yeah, I agree completely. Fnatic looks like they'll be starting on the favorite side as well on that T sign, so we'll have to see exactly what they have in store for us. But we can already see JW getting warmed up with the AWP. Guardian, of course, with that AWP. This is the map. That's going to be the titanic struggle between these two. Who's going to come out in that battle?
But just like on Inferno, I feel like which side you start on is going to matter a little bit less on a map like this. A lot of teams do prefer to start on the CT side anyway. I'm not sure if Na'Vi is necessarily one of them.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Very short break there as we try and get some issues solved, but we should have everything underway. The countdown has begun to get through this warm-up into the second map on Dust 2 between Fnatic and Nadas Vincere. Welcome if you've just joined us. This is the first day of quarterfinals here, the first and only day, actually, of quarterfinals at Gamescom.
And we will be covering each and every one of them, and that's really great. It's the first time in a major tournament that we've been able to do that, just get all the quarterfinals in there, and it's such a pleasure. Finally. So, I mean, I'm just so thrilled. This first match was really interesting. On Inferno, Fnatic took it. It could have maybe gone both ways, but toward the end, you could really tell that Fnatic, they had it under control. They knew what they were doing, and that is actually to be expected as well.
Yeah.
Dust 2 is a strange map, so, I mean, we're going to have to find out. It could go either way. I think we've both said we wouldn't be surprised if Fnatic end up taking this. We're going to go, I think, pretty quickly into the game, but as we can tell here, the Fnatic lineup looking, and we start off with Olaf Meister. I still can know if it would have been different. I said I thought they should save up one more time. There's absolutely no guarantee that would have made any difference in the end. But they did not have a lot of equipment towards the last 4 rounds, and that's just what it comes down to. That's how the game is played. Now let's see. Pronax here is talking a little bit to his team, and I'm wondering how it's going to turn out. They will be starting on the more favorite side, and I'm interested to see if they're going to go for a really, really quick pistol round or if they're going to slow play it here.
If we go back, throw back to the Glock train, but let's go.
Yeah.
We're getting into the second map. The countdown is over. The pistol round now between Na'Vi and Fnatic. Fnatic up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series, one map away from getting into the semifinals. And it's a big chunk of money waiting for them if they can get that far, because this is, after all, 250 grand total on the line. But now we get to see Fnatic spreading out across the map, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any quick play from them here this time. It looks like they want to play it very safe, very solid, very standard.
Na'Vi, on the other hand, want to come up with a big start here and see if they can surprise Fnatic. Already Flusher's taking a lot of damage. They're going to charge in and almost get the shot here, jumping and shooting. Olofmeister has all the moves, but JW is going to go down, and Edward will pick up Flusher. So, all things considering, a pretty decent start for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that was actually Na'Vi. Coordinated pushes everywhere. On short and 2 men into upper dark, and they're even putting 1 man into lower as well. That's going to be Zeus with the flank to mid, as the A site is under pressure, but Krims takes one to the face. He's down. It's down to Pronax now with the dollar bills, but he didn't have enough of them. And Na'Vi with an extremely solid performance on this first round. Exactly, everybody getting a frag, but more importantly, the aggression from them really paying off.
Now, this obviously worked, and it always feels a little bit bad-mannered to start, you know, questioning when something works, but I have no idea why they kept fighting on long against the 3 remaining Fnatic players when they were in that 5-on-3. Seemed to me like the reasonable thing would just wait and let Fnatic come, but
let
obviously...
Fnatic commit, and then you rotate in. And you play, maybe you even play just for the retake at that point. Strength in numbers, but
yeah,
Fnatic, unfortunately, they go for a very passive way of approaching the pistol round, just spreading out, not expecting Na'Vi. I think that's the big thing here, is I don't think that they were expecting Na'Vi to just go all out aggressive. 2 men on short, 2 men in upper dark like that. They each got picks, and that's where it kind of spun out of control for Fnatic. Now we see Fnatic going with the pistol armor buy.
Yeah, and a scout as well on JW. That can't really underestimate that. That's Pronax picking off Guardian in the middle. It's going to be seized with a good return. Edward coming in with a M4 in hand, and will take down Pronax. So it's a good stabilize here coming in from Na'Vi, but that scout is still in play, and it will drop Edward. So 3-on-3. Fnatic are pretty well versed in these anti-ecos.
And Olofmeister is pretty well versed in the scout on Dust 2, because this is the main way to deal with fishy characters on MAM. The scout games are real, and Olofmeister's had plenty of practice. Team Global all the way. But now, can he find a way to use it here versus Na'Vi? He's still floating around mid, going to hop up onto short, takes a shot, but takes a bullet to the face as well, and that's not going to help things here for him. He has to fall back, recollect things with his teammates.
Great rotation from Na'Vi right now. They're realizing the B bomb site's the most likely place, and they already got a guy with the mask. That's Starix here, so nice rotation from Na'Vi. Should secure them the round here. Flashbang as well. Bomb is down, 5 kill range.
Agreed. And at that point, it's Fnatic, I mean, going for the B play because they expect to find 1 man on the defense there. But Na'Vi, of course, in the back of their heads, this is one of the basic tenets on this map in particular, is, you know, you're going to have your stronger site and your weaker site. When you're down a man or in a shifty position, you want to go to that weaker site. Na'Vi are thinking about this, and as soon as they see the action, they start rotating the guys over. So just very quick calls and good reads coming in from Na'Vi. Fnatic, once again, on pistols. They need to eco another round after spending quite a bit in the last one, but they try and peek at the same time. Seized, unconcerned, just calmly taps them away. Edward with some support there as well, but a very quick and clean round coming in here for Na'Vi, only dropping seized.
Yeah, it feels like the communication right now is really good for Na'Vi. It feels like they're really getting the right timings down, calling for backup exactly when it's needed, when one guy's reloading, the other guy's shooting, and small details like that, it's a good sign. But as we know, now is where it actually gets interesting. Fnatic, they're on the more favored side, maybe only slightly favored side here. I mean, it's been so back and forth. And Guardian will pick up the AWP. They're both down. Suicide, that could have been an instant death. And he leg shots Pronax anyway.
Pronax not lucky there. Tries to jump out of the way as well, but Guardian was just too quick there with the second shot. He's going to leg him in. Now Fnatic, well, they've taken some damage already on Flusha as well. That's not going to help things. Edward trying to put shots through, see if he can catch anybody trying to boost up onto short like this. Pronax is already occupying that position, but Zeus is now going to get eyes on Olaf, spots him out. Unfortunately, doesn't see Pronax. That would have been a very easy kill there, but this nade.
Here comes the boom. Oh, it's going to be just once, like a few centimeters short, basically. That could have been Pronax dead instantly.
And I like the shift here from Na'Vi. Put Guardian to hold cross from A site, and just focus your attention on long right now. If they can control long Na'Vi, they're going to be in a very solid position. That smoke going to go down and continue to burn time off this clock for Fnatic, who are still kind of floating around mid, not too sure. I mean, this is about as standard as it gets, 1-3-1. Although the attention on Cat here from Olofmeister, bit forward, but he's not going to find anybody from Na'Vi.
Good position from Guardian here. And time is running out as well, 39 seconds. One guy already jumped down in CT spawn. I'm not sure if they realize this is going to be a B push, and it's going to be hard for them to really back up the B bomb side as long as Olofmeister is down here behind the smoke. Now they're pushing in, going